So Venus conjunct Pluto is happening on the 7th, but you've been feeling it for a while. Normally you wouldn't, but because Pluto is so heightened right now in our world, in our solar system, you feel the Venus, anything to do with Pluto, more. And so you may have been feeling this for a month, maybe before the actual conjunction. You may feel it for a month after. And so let's talk about what it does. First of all, it's good to understand that anything I'm about to say doesn't make Pluto good or bad, Venus good or bad, or the conjunction good or bad. There are many, it's like a many-faceted stone. There are going to be many different ways this can beam out into your world, and also you get to choose. So nothing's forcing you to do anything, but there are things that tend to happen, situational things that tend to occur under this kind of influence. So we'll talk about the situations that could occur, but nothing is forcing you to do anything or everybody has free will at all times. So let's just say that, all right? Also, let's get clear that what I'm about to say is not about your ex. It's not about the person who got away. It's not about the person who broke up with you. It's not about them. So if you're pining over somebody, if you're still drawn to someone you used to go out with or that you've had a long time fascination with, this is not about them. This is about a new person or maybe even a group of people. That could be a company, a social group, professional group, political group, religious group, a cult. I would say cults are always bad. So yeah, it could be a cult. Don't join a cult under this influence. Do not, if anything seems the least bit culty, and you need to look up what cults actually look like and how they draw people in, because people who get drawn into a cult don't know they're getting drawn into a cult. So just be super self-aware. Don't join a cult. If there are weird rules in a group or you have to give money to be in it, be super careful. But cults aside, you may find that you've been recently very interested in somebody, and maybe they're interested in you. It definitely acts like a magnet. Venus and Pluto acts like this magnet drawing people together. And simultaneously, you could be magnetizing people you don't even know you're magnetizing, and you could be magnetized towards someone, maybe they don't even know it. Or maybe both people are aware that they're magnetized toward one another. So it depends. It's different situations, the many-faceted stone, right? But there's this magnetism that occurs. So again, cults, just avoid the cults. And any weird power dynamics. So you may notice power dynamics in certain situations feel off. Like maybe you feel somebody or a group of people have place some kind of control over you, or they're trying to limit your ability to do things, or maybe you're hoping to do that to someone else, you have your own reasons. You want to have power over people or something. Usually power over people is generally thought to be not a great thing unless you're the parent and their kids are very small. Then you need power over them. But generally speaking, not a great thing. So just self-awareness is key here. You want to be super aware. So I'm obsessed and magnetized to my puppy over here, Poppy. Every day I fall more and more in love with her. And I've had her since early to mid-September. So that would count. And I just feel super magnetized toward her. Also, recently, this last weekend, I was unpacking a bunch of stuff of my mom's. This is my grandmother's china. I'm obsessed with it. So, just like, what are you drawn toward right now? That is the Pluto Venus thing happening. But back to the power dynamic, you just want a lot of self-awareness about what's happening around you and what's happening inside of you. What kind of, are you tempted to want to manipulate somebody? Are you tempted to want to have the power dynamic swing in your favor? Just be aware of that. It's not depending on the situation, it's not necessarily bad. Like I said, some of these things are neither good nor bad, but it's very situational and it's up to you. Pluto has a lot to do with your moral compass. And so you really have to be tied into your own moral compass right now so that you can stay connected to it as you move through situations. And again, fascination with something, like let's say you're married or in a relationship and you're suddenly really fascinated with somebody else. It's not necessarily bad. It just depends on how you handle yourself. Is your marriage crumbling? Maybe this person is sort of a signal if your marriage is really, really bad and was kind of on its way out anyway, or it doesn't have to be that at all. I'm not meaning to make it an excuse to do something wrong, but life is murky and complicated and very unique to the person and their situation. So usually when Pluto and Venus are heightened like they are right now, more so because of Pluto's heightened influence, and also there's a dynamic with Mars, really dramatic things can happen for people internally in their own heart, and also maybe through actions and reactions to that strong feeling in their heart. Then things around them can, drama could occur. But again, it doesn't have to be overly, it just depends on how you handle things. So it's not meant to, I'm not meaning to tell you to control yourself or anything like that. You kind of have to listen to yourself, notice what's happening, and then check in with yourself. It's not bad to be fascinated by somebody. It's not. Usually there's some kind of message there. Maybe you did know them in a past life. Maybe they're meant to be a friend. Maybe they have some kind of interesting gift to give you spiritually, or there's Poppy's gonna make noise now. You don't know why somebody's there and you feel drawn. You don't know. And so it's not like you want to be very puritanical and cut everything off and overreact to it, but just a lot of self-awareness right now. Some people will find the love of their lives right now. It can mean really just going all in with somebody. It could mean that for some. You just want to watch out for those power dynamics, being honest with yourself, being honest with others, all those things. But sometimes the love of your life will show up at this time. And it's never, ever, 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 ever the person from the past. This is somebody new. So, yeah. I mean, we do have a Mercury retrograde right now. So chances are for some people, somebody from your past may float through your life right now, but that's not the Venus-Pluto thing that's happening. That is something else. Also, this is a time where you might get money. Venus and Pluto together, sorry about the squeaks. Venus and Pluto together can mean money, recognition, a raise. Well, that's money, promotion, positive recognition. So it may show up in your life more like that. It just depends. Some people will be really drawn to new ideas and belief systems. So again, avoid the cult. A lot of religious groups and political groups essentially are cults. Not all, I'm saying some. So some political groups, some religious groups do operate more like a cult. So just be really aware of what you're doing, and look for the good, because there might be money, there might be positive recognition. Like I said, there may be a new somebody new in your environment who has something to bring to you that's positive, and it might be romantic, it might be not romantic, but you know, it feels inside, like when this happens, it feels electric and exciting. And your body is giving you signals about something. You just have to figure out what that is. And it doesn't always have to mean like the Hallmark movie version of something, or any, you know, novel or movie version of something. It's usually a little more complex and nuanced. So anyway, that is Venus Pluto on December 7th. But it, again, you've been feeling it for maybe a few weeks, maybe a couple months, few months. And then going forward, it may stick around for a little while. And the person, absolutely, if they've come in recently, they may stick around for a while, but you'll figure out what that means for you. All right, take care.